Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
have you all been to a training? Please raise your hand.
What?
Looks like everyone has been to a training.
Yes.
My first training, I still remember very vividly. I was then a junior accountant, and the title of the workshop was, "We Wanna Have Fun." If you're wondering, why do we have such a workshop? Recently, HR did a survey. It was the staff satisfaction survey, and we failed. And give rise to a workshop that says, "We wanna have fun and reduce overtime." Because when you enjoy your work, naturally, you won't claim overtime. And who was the trainer? The trainer is our assistant chief accountant to train that topic, because he was a last-minute replacement, the accidental trainer. I remember walking in. He gave me the smiley tag. I asked him, "Is wearing the tag compulsory?" He replied, "It's optional, but smiling is not." We go about in the training. And I remember we were asked to say something about ourselves as an icebreaker. And then came one gentleman in the room and said that, "I will tell you a secret. In my spare time, I'm an adult educator. If I don't educate, at least I entertain them." There was another in the audience who said, "I'm an avid certificate collector, and I hold the Guinness Book of Records." And when it came to tea break time, everybody came to me about how they were dissatisfied with the company, one complaint after another. And I was wondering, why did they target me? They told me, "Ken, you are the elephant in the room." I was wondering why I am the elephant. He said, "Look at your tag." Your tag. I look at my tag, given to me earlier on. Chief, I was then the Chief Compliance Officer. And the tag say, "Chief Complaint Officer." I remember midway in the training, pop, suddenly the screen blanked out. Everyone was wondering why. Instead of having fun, it was a crisis management. I went over, take a look at the trainer's tag outfit. I pressed a button, and the screen appeared. The trainer did not turn on the switch, and the power expired. And I remember food was scarce during the training. And as a result, we did not have enough for a tea break and for lunch. And after lunch, the trainer asked, "Do you all have any questions?" One of them responded, "The next time I'll sit near to the pantry." So comedy after comedy, and a comedy of errors. Later, do I know that I would become an assistant trainer to this accidental trainer. And we specialize in finance. And I remember following him in one of the overseas presentations. And that topic was called circular economy and its financial implications. In case it sounds alien to you, circular economy is about circular sustainability economy. And what are the financial implications to that particular industry? I was only an assistant accountant, assistant trainer. So I told my mentor trainer, I said, I have been following you, carrying your bag for quite a while now. And since we are overseas, nobody knows who is the real trainer and who is the carry bag. I said, would you give me the opportunity to showcase myself when the whole world doesn't know who is the real trainer? I was persistent. I was relentless. And I begged, literally begged. So I said, all right, since we are in another part of the world where nobody knows us, can go ahead. You can speak on the topic. Remember the topic? Circular economy and its financial implications. And there I go on. I was in my element. I was breezing along. Although I know there were some professors on the topic in the audience. And then a serious-looking gentleman raised his hand. He posed a question. And I assure you, that was the most difficult question in the world. And I remember addressing the gentleman. Sir, you have raised a very important and pertinent question. However, that is a very simple question. It's so simple that my mentor, of course I didn't say my mentor, my assistant who is sitting on my right could also answer your question. I asked my mentor to answer the question, because I don't know the answer. Woo. Today, 10 years on, I feel like from zero to hero. Because being a trainer, I could share my skills, experience and expertise to educate, to empower, and to enrich the lives of my audience. And I realized that being a good trainer is not about just skills and experience. Because tech will fail you, or the audience may be more experienced and skillful than you are. But in order to survive as a trainer, you need to have a good sense of humor. And some of the humor I use is like, if I make a mistake, and if the lady there spot my mistake, and I will say, well done. That was an intentional mistake. But only she pointed that. How about the rest? Are you paying attention? If the elephant in the room raised a question, and I couldn't answer it, again I would just say, thank you, that's a good question. However, you are ahead of your time. I will be attending to that question in the next module. If you are patient enough, just wait. In the meantime, I assure you, I'll write down your question and I will address that question later. During the break, I will check Google to answer that question.
Google 8,000.
Don't tell my secret to everyone. I know that there are a number of trainers or wannabe trainers. I will say, don't worry about your contents, don't worry about your skill, just do it, because an accidental trainer can survive. Back to you.
Okay,